mean, as much as possible you get out into the outdoors with a pack on your back and a map, and you just immerse yourself in the environment. That last race in Tasmania was the final, that was the retirement race, and here we are on the start line again. You can't not do a race in New Zealand. You can't not do the God Zone, which is the first expedition race back in New Zealand since Southern Traverse. You just can't say no to that. And then you do one, you have a brilliant time. And then, retirement's off the cards. If you can still do it, do it. Lots of challenges, and I think the main challenge will be the cold. Managing yourselves through the hot and the cold, and the terrain. It's going to be tough out there. So yeah, we're a bit apprehensive about this one. It's no Australia, this is New Zealand, this is the real thing.
Queenstown on New Zealand's South Island offers up one of the most spectacular and picturesque race headquarters on the event calendar.
Well, this is registration. It's just about impossible not to get a little excited, just not doing much exercise and rebuilding energies, and so I guess everybody should be jumping out of their skin. It'd be nice to hit the start line and release some energy. The South Island is just phenomenal. It's any part of it, you hit any ridge, any mountain range, any gully in the South Island here, they're just all pristine. This is, we've got a few pretty cool places in the North Island, but the South Island is just the most amazing playground.
Yeah, it's starting to really hit home. You start seeing all the other teams around and realise it's a big deal, and it should be great.
Starting to sink in now.
I just think it's the variety. You don't have to go very far from Queenstown. You sort of pitch yourself 50 kilometres to the west and you're into alpine forest. 70 kilometres to the west, you're in real kind of rainforest type country. You go 50 kilometres east and you're almost into semi-desert. So condensed within 120 kilometres or so, you get every sort of almost ecosystem, and then you've got high mountains, you've got deep, cut falls, gorges, big lakes which are 80 kilometres long, which never get very warm, glacial rivers. You've got it all here so that you can give teams an experience that says you don't feel that every day is going to be the same. Every day could be different, every hour could be different, and that's the beauty about New Zealand, is it's the variety you get.
It's pretty rugged around here, so it's definitely going to dictate where we can go, but it'll be spectacular, there's no doubt about that. Everyone's probably got a fair idea of where we're going by now, but no one knows exactly where, and so everyone's in the same boat. It'll be a nice surprise when we get there.
Making sure we've all got what we're meant to carry on it for a mandatory, making sure that's key. You've got to make sure the mandatory is there. We know, obviously, other experienced racers have had the odd time where they haven't had a shoe's been missing, or they have come to transition, they've forgotten their transponder, so we are really wary of that. We want to make sure that we've got everything in our pack at all times.
This is our first time, so it's been a definite challenge. I don't know what I'm going to eat on a 22-hour leg 3 days into the race. I just don't know, so there's been a lot of guessing involved.
We have to believe that we can do it, and if we've got to all give each other the moral support, I think, at the moment.
Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
It's nice, probably going to be a pretty restless night's sleep, which just puts you behind the 8 ball from the word go. But any sleep's good sleep, so I'll take it while I can, because I'm not going to get much over the next 5 nights, that's for sure.
We don't really know where we're going yet, the final destination, other than we've got a couple more hours on the bus. So we think we're heading over to Milford Sound, but time will tell. Yeah, it does add another layer of excitement for sure, not knowing where we're going and things, but I think, just speaking to a lot of the other teams and athletes, is such an amazing area down here in Fiordland that no one's really too worried where we go, because we know it's going to be good.
I think it's good, it just adds to that element of the unknown, and in the end everyone starts at the same spot, going to finish somewhere near the same spot, so it's going to take it in stride.
There's been a lot of unknowns. What's a few more hours?
28 years this has been on the bucket list. I'm finally here, so it should be fun. Looking forward to it with trepidation, I think.
Our teams are escorted to an undisclosed location. Their only knowledge is that the course ahead will be one of the most challenging journeys yet seen by wild racers. On receiving their maps, the waiting is over. The course revealed, tension builds, and strategies are formed.
Sea kayak, 15 k's. Road bike 49, canoe 46, bush trek 54, mountain bike 81, mountain trek 48, mountain bike 129, alpine ropes 124, mountain bike 20 and lake kayak 46. Looks like we've got a couple of interesting days ahead of us.
It's a good trek. That's what I'm really excited by. I want to get into some bashing and bushing.
Definitely added a lot more excitement to the bus trip though.
Bus is pumping. There's just so much talk. No one cares about anyone else at the moment. It's all about the team.
Alright. This is where the fun starts.
Going to Milford, what we expected. It's looking really good. Looking pretty adventurous, so really excited.
We've just got the maps and girls are pouring over a few of the checkpoints right now. We're just heading off to basically the start to set up camp and mark out our maps.
Well, I'm glad I'm not navigating. It's a good feeling.
It seems to be progressively harder and therefore cooler because it's about the fun.
Milford Sound and its prehistoric mists await.
Just getting off the buses now and the adventure starts. We're putting bikes together and then off to set up camp, try and get our last good night's sleep, and away we go. Really, really pumped.
This is CA1 nearby here. We'll start off with a paddle from out near the end of Milford Sound, back into shore here, hop on our bikes and then ride up through the saddle through Homer Tunnel and to TA2. The race was a bit unique in that we only got the maps about an hour ago, so we had to pack our gear tubs and have a bit of a guess about where we might go, but the course was unknown, so that really it was something different, a new challenge. It's not the same old thing every time.
A bit apprehensive actually. It's nearly getting very close, so I suppose excited, nervous, apprehensive, a bit of every emotion.
It's sort of starting to sink in now. How hard it's really going to be and what we're going to be doing.
Even if we're at the back of the field or at the front, we're not going to give up, I don't think so. And it doesn't get any better, really.
Five and a half days of real adventure, wilderness, a lot of navigation, some pretty spectacular country. We've flown over it, we've run over it ourselves, and it's just awesome. Some of the treks look real interesting. There's a good bush trek which will take teams deep into sort of real Kiwi native bush, which will be real tough navigation. Most of the teams will do that on the first night, and I think it'll be a real wake-up call for them. Second trek, the real mountainous stage, where there's 25 kilometres between checkpoints, so it gives a lot of route options, and teams will have to make some big decisions, and if they make the wrong decisions they'll find themselves stuck and they'll have to back way out again because it's big country. A wrong move there could cost you hours. And then the final trek over Mount Earnslaw is just an epic alpine stage. It's short but it's sharp, and you get up very high and it's really exposed to the elements. You're up near the glacier, it could be really cold, but it's super beautiful. Yeah, I think they're going to be the vital stages for everybody, but you make a big mistake on any leg, you'll lose a lot of time, and I think there's some real fast teams here, so it could be small differences could make a big difference.
Our last hot meal, the final supper before we get out there and we start just drinking tins and baked beans and all of that, so it's pretty exciting.
Just trying to started going through some of our maps. Well, we're about a third of the way through now, and that's probably about 2 hours into it, an hour and a half into it. So yeah, it could be a long night, but once it's done, it's all sorted. Don't have to worry about it for the rest of the race.
It's a really special part of adventure racing that you just do things that normal people would never experience or never do, and you just get pushed way outside of what's normal, and so that's part of the reason why we do it. We just love the challenge of that and enjoying these experiences.
The course comprises sea kayaking, road and mountain biking, alpine treks, lake kayaks, and some of the most staggering vistas on Earth, totaling 500 non-stop kilometres. Next week, it's go time. We discover why New Zealand was chosen for Middle Earth and why the challenge starts from the gun.
First
sort of smile.